Testing, 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 testing. So delayed. All right, well, welcome everybody to our second art Zoom. Today we are going to be, hold on, I'm trying to get my computer set up here. There we go. So today we're going to be celebrating the Chinese New Year, which is tomorrow. So the Chinese New Year is different than our New Year's. It's based off of the Lunar New Year, which is kind of based off the moon. So it changes every year, the date. If you guys don't know much about the Chinese New Year's, I have a video. So we'll watch a video about it's a reading of a book about the Chinese New Year's, and it'll pause just briefly. So make sure you're paying attention so I can ask you a question. And if you answer the question, as usual, you'll get extra credit. So let's jump into it. Oh, I forgot. First, I wanted to share some of the artwork from last week. You guys did an awesome job on your wild robots and also on your freedom is, but I just wanted to show you guys some of the drawings that I got because they were so cool and I don't get to show them as much. So this was Alvin's wild robot. I love how he put all the detail in this, Alvin. Great job. You have the trees, you filled up the whole space. You got the robot talking to the animals. That is very awesome. I love it. This is Michael's sister, Amma. I liked how she made her robot like kind of looking out onto the ocean. And she filled up her whole page too. So that's very cool. There's Angels. This is another one. It's kind of based off of the movie. Angelica, I love yours. I love the flowers coming out of his head and how he's got the moss. You did really good details with yours. He's definitely a wild robot in this one. So great job, Angelica.
And I also made the
Lindsay,
little chicken, the
yeah,
little
I'll go
chick
back.
in the movie.
Where's the chick at? I see the fox
It's in
here.
the hands.
Oh, that,
It's
oh,
in
I
the
see it.
hands.
Oh, that is so cute. I didn't even notice that before. That's, is that Bright Bill, the duck that he
Yeah,
saved? Or she saved? Yeah. Awesome. I love
yeah.
that. I didn't even notice that. That is so cool. I love that. I love all the details. Great job.
Thank you.
This is from Lindsay in 4 to 6. Lindsay's in fifth grade. I do like that it's kind of hard to see, but she painted. So I do like when you guys do different mediums. So if you want to add like paint and crayons and markers and do different things, that's cool. Time is in your sketchbook. This is Michael's. Michael's did so much that he had to put it on 2 pages. So that's very cool. Way to go, Michael. This is Malachi's from Malachi is in fourth grade, I believe, fourth or fifth. And he did a really good job. He's very detailed and he did a really good job with his shading. You can see in his fly trap and his water and everything. And Angelica, this was your hand. Awesome. Great job again. Way to fill the page. And I love all the extra little details. And this is Michael's. I just want to show Michael did an awesome job. I just want to make sure that when you guys are taking pictures, make sure that it's lined up. So you can see, even though Michael did a really good job, but I just want to have a better photo of his. So when you guys are taking photos of your artwork, just make sure that they're straight. So, because I like to save these and show them sometimes. So, all right, well, great job on your artworks from last week, guys. I love them. I just want to show them because they have that. And then also, I'll share this link if you guys ever want to go and check out the artwork yourself and look a little closer. So I just made a little Padlet for that. All right, let's do our lesson. So our lesson today is based off of the Chinese New Year's, as I said, which is tomorrow. Let's see if I can get this out of the way.
For Chinese New Year. Together they celebrated, eating special foods and making drawings for good luck. Ruby's Chinese New Year by Vicky Lee, illustrated by Joey Chow. Every year, Ruby's grandmother came to visit for Chinese New Year. Together they celebrated, eating special foods and making drawings for good luck. But this year, Grandma...
Oh, there we go. Alvin, do you remember the main character's name? I think you're muted.
Ruby.
Ruby. Good job.
Grandma was unable to travel. She would miss spending the holiday with Ruby. And so Ruby made a decision. If grandmother could not come to Ruby, Ruby would go to grandmother. Ruby drew the most beautiful picture of her family, seated around a table full of noodles, dumplings, fish, vegetables, and holiday sweets, a gift for grandmother. She folded the red paper, tucked it into a red envelope, and slipped it into her pocket. Then she set off. Not far down the path, Ruby spied Cat and Rat. "Hello, Cat and Rat. I'm taking a gift for Chinese New Year to grandmother. Would you like to come along?" "Yes, of course," said Cat. "But how will we cross the meadow and the pond?" "Let's ask Ox," said Rat. "She's so strong and dependable." And so, Cat and Rat and Ruby continued on their way. Ox was walking along the path to the farmer's home. On her back, she carried packages of rice cakes and candies, sweet treats for the new year. "Hello, Ox," called Cat and Rat.
So, Angelica, do you know what holiday they're celebrating? This is a pretty easy one. Yep. Even though you're muted, I can tell that you were mouthing Chinese New Year.
"We're taking a gift for Chinese New Year to grandmother. Would you like to come along?" "I would be happy to," said Ox. "Climb on my back. We will make the journey together." And so Ox, Cat, and Rat and Ruby continued on their way. Before the group had taken 2 steps, Tiger and Rabbit bounded out of the bushes, streamers flying behind them. "Hello, Tiger! Hello, Rabbit!" said Ox. "We're taking a gift for Chinese New Year to grandmother. Would you like to come along?"
Oh yes, that sounds fun,
said Tiger and Rabbit in unison. And so Cat took a seat on Tiger's powerful back, and Rat perched between Rabbit's soft, friendly ears. Together, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby continued on their way. They soon passed Dragon and Snake, who were making paper lanterns. "Hello."
Who have I not done? So, Rain, what were the dragon and the snake making? We're making cookies or paper lanterns?
Paper lanterns.
Yep, paper lanterns are artwork that Chinese make for Chinese New Year. Good job.
"Hello, friends. Where are you off to?" asked Snake.
"We're taking our gift to grandmother," said Tiger. "Would you like to come along?"
"Of course I would," Snake loved Grandmother and was happy to visit her. "We will bring the lanterns," said Snake. "Will you come too, Dragon?" asked Rabbit. "Of course," said Dragon, who was always ready for an adventure. So Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby continued on their way. As they walked along, Ruby saw a horse and goat grazing in the meadow. "Hello," said Dragon and Snake. "We are taking a gift to Grandmother. Would you like to come along?"
Yes,
said horse and goat together. First, they gathered flowers from the meadow. Then, horse and goat, dragon and snake, tiger and rabbit, ox, cat, and rat, and Ruby continued on their way. After a short while, horse and goat, dragon and snake, tiger and rabbit, ox, cat, and rat, and Ruby reached the pond, where Monkey and Rooster were catching fish for the holiday feast. And
So, Angelica, where were they catching feast? Or catching fish for their feast?
The pond.
The pond. Good job.
And through the shrubs just on the other side, Ruby could see Grandmother's house. With a leap and a bound, Ruby dove into the pond. She could swim to Grandmother's. She was so close. When Ruby finally reached the other side of the pond, Monkey and Rooster, Horse and Goat, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox and Cat and Rat were waiting with her card for Grandmother. "Oh no!" cried Ruby. "It's ruined! Everything is ruined!" "It's not ruined," crowed Rooster. "We have lanterns," said Dragon and Snake.
and streamers,
added Tiger and Rabbit. "We have fish," said Monkey. "And flowers," said Horse and Goat. "We have rice cakes and sweets," said Ox. "And we have family," said Cat and Rat, looking toward the house. As Monkey and Rooster, Horse and Goat, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby turned to look, Dog and Pig came racing out to greet them. They covered Ruby's face with kisses and tickled her until she shrieked with joy. The door opened, and Grandmother appeared. "Ruby, what a wonderful surprise!"
It was Ruby's grandmother.
"Surprise,"
Oh, that's that one.
said Grandmother. "I brought you a gift for Chinese New Year," said Ruby, "but it's wet and ruined." "Don't worry," said Grandmother. "It will dry. And seeing you and your friends today is the best gift of all."
Ruby's grandmother was not mad.
Together, Dog and
wet.
Pig, Monkey and Rooster, Horse and Goat, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Rat, Ruby, and Grandmother.
Rain, do you know why all these animals are there? Do you have any ideas? It's not in the video. I'm just wondering if you know at all.
Because Chinese New Year's is coming up?
Yep. Do you know what these different animals represent? That's okay if you don't.
Dragon.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of lagging going on here. So all these animals are each year in the Chinese zodiac is represented by a different animal. So sometimes if you go to a Chinese restaurant, you'll notice the placemats. You can find what year you were born and what animal you are. And that's actually going to be part of our sketchbook assignment this week, is going to be finding out which animal you are in the Chinese zodiac and then drawing a sketchbook based on that animal. So my animal is the horse. And this year, does anyone know what this year is? Everyone's lagged so much, it's hard to tell. No, we'll find out when we do the drawing. If
Mother
it doesn't say here.
laid out their table. Everyone was ready to celebrate Chinese New Year, except for Cat, who had fallen fast asleep.
So what did you guys learn anything about the Chinese New Year? Alan, what did you learn? We're having so much lagging issues. All right. Well, that was the video on the Chinese New Year's. As you guys kind of noticed, the celebration of the Chinese New Year's is really kind of close to like a lot of the celebrations that we have, like our New Year's. We make a lot of food. Firecrackers are really big for Chinese New Year's. And this year is the year of the snake. So we are going to be drawing a snake. But before we start that, I want to show you guys some actual Chinese art really quick. So I'm going to highlight. I'm going to stop the sharing here for a second. And I'm going to highlight my drawing. So this is just a bunch of stuff that I have that's kind of Chinese artwork. This first one is not actual Chinese artwork, but this is a Lego that I made that I wanted to show you guys. I'm really into Legos right now. This is Beijing, and these are some Chinese characters. And it's supposed to be a postcard, but it's actually like 3D.
I
I thought I'd show
actually
you guys that.
love
It's kind
it
of cool.
because my favorite thing is actually Legos. And I built Legos.
Cool. Yeah, I love Legos too. Legos are my favorite. I just did this one. And Beijing is the capital of China. So, all right. And some other ones I want to show. So, when my sister was in college, probably like 30 years ago, she went to China and Japan and she brought a bunch of stuff home. Alvin, did you have a question? It might be hard to tell. Oh, he's got something. Got some Legos. Awesome. Very cool. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys was this guy. This is a terracotta warrior. So this is just a representation of what they look like. But in China, when the emperors died, way back in like the tens and the hundreds, the emperors would make representations of all of their soldiers. So each soldier would have a different face that would look like the actual soldiers. They would dress how the soldiers would dress. They would be like their height. And all these terracotta warriors were actual height. So they were all about like 5 to 6 feet. And they were all buried along with the emperor. So fortunately, the emperors in China would just make these terracotta warriors and bury with them. A little bit different in Egypt, they would actually bury the slaves with them. So it was nice that the Chinese emperors didn't kill anyone when they died also. But so that's kind of an example. This one is actually kind of hard. It's an example of a clay one that she got. So that's kind of cool. There's a lot of those. This is a stamp. So Chinese also have a lot of stamps and with their characters. So this is, let's see if I can show you that. So this is my name. My name's Russell. And this is what my name looks like in Chinese characters. So those are the letters of the Chinese alphabet. And the stamp looks like this. So this is just some ink. So it's red. Red is good luck in China. And then this is the stamp here. So the stamp looks like this. Kind of see it. There we go. So it's reversed and you would ink it on here and then you would stamp something. Stamps are very popular also in China. This is a scroll. So a lot of Chinese artwork looks like this, where it's just kind of very black and white and simple. A lot of landscapes, mountains, and buildings. Lots of boats you can see here. And this is just a reproduction of what a scroll would look like. Um, so the artist would do these on actual papers, and these would hang up in like museums or people's houses. Here's a couple of actual prints. So these are actual artworks that she got. A lot of artwork in China and Japan looks similar to this, where they're just very small black and white drawings, usually done in pen and ink, and then either watercolored or printed. You can see they're all kind of small. Here's another one. Also, a lot of traditional Chinese characters or Chinese people in their traditional dress.
I love it.
That's another example that she got me. And then to show you guys, this is a sketchbook that she did while she was in China. So she would just do little sketches of like the buildings. That's Beijing. There's a tree. These are rubbings. So she did a rubbing with crayon on top of where the Chinese characters were. Some examples of some landscapes. And then she also practiced with the Chinese characters. There's a pagoda. These are the
That is
terracotta
so
warriors. So
cool.
she went and saw where these guys were. So that's these things. They're actually life size.
Oh,
Yeah, they're in kind of like a big temple, and they were buried, so they had to unbury them. We didn't really know that we had them until recently. And then she also practiced writing her calligraphy or her print. I just wanted to show you guys what kind of like a sketchbook looked like for kind of older. Like if you're on travels, to have a little sketchbook is cool to just kind of sketch what you guys do.
I love it.
Well, thank you. All right, let's get to our drawing. So you guys can grab your paper. I'm going to use a Sharpie. This is a very simple drawing. So if you want to use a Sharpie, that's fine. If you feel comfortable yet, obviously you can use a pencil and then go back over it. Let me share my screen again. We are going to draw a snake for
Okay, I love
Chinese New
drawing
Year's
things.
of this.
Even I was born in 2017. That's when I was born.
I was born in
All right.
2006.
I don't know what year that is.
I don't know either.
But fortunately, do you know what year that is?
That's no, I don't.
No, that's all right. So when you guys do the sketchbook, it will be based on your year that you were born, and I have in there in the sketchbook assignment what like it'll have what you are.
I don't know which one was when I was born. I don't know which one came out.
Yeah, well, it's there. So in the sketchbook.
Yeah.
Alvin, you do a question?
So like my sister, she wants a snake so bad.
Oh, well, maybe it's the year of the snakes. So.
Nope.
All
It's
right. I'm gonna start the drawing. So you guys get ready. Are you guys ready?
Funny.
yeah.
All right.
Big clown
As
face.
usual, if you want me to pause it, just let me know, and I'll pause it occasionally too. So there we go.
Celebrate Chinese New Year.
Yeah, because it's the year of the snake.
Yeah, we hope you're going to follow along. You need your drawing supplies. We're using markers, but you can use whatever you have. All right, you ready to start?
Yes.
Let's first start with our snake's mouth, and we're going to draw a really happy snake.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yes, I
Can you guys see
it.
the drawing? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So make sure this is really small. This is not going to take up much. You can make your little U
I
bigger if
made
you want.
mine small because I want to make a small snake because I don't really like snakes at all.
I love snakes. They're cute. I don't like.
They're cute.
Well, this is a cute cartoon
I
snake.
love it.
Just draw a letter U in the middle, and then we're going to draw the eyes. We're going to draw a circle on both sides of the smile, the same size.
He's gonna be so happy.
Yeah, really happy. Then we're going to draw a smaller circle in the top left of each eye, and then color in the big circle, but leave the little circle white.
All right, I'm gonna pause it there.
Next, we're going to draw our
I
snake.
like snakes when they're like babies. I only
When they're
like them.
babies and small.
Yes, they're so cute. Not spiders. I do not like spiders. I'm
I
not
like
gonna
spiders
color my.
actually.
They crawl all over you. They put spider webs on you.
But they eat the bugs. I'd like to eat other bugs.
I'm a strong spider, but you could turn into Spider Woman.
No, I cannot.
Man. No. Then why
All
did I
right,
say
are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not ready?
I'm gonna color my eyes in when I'm doing the marker.
Yeah, you can. That's fine.
No, Mark.
Snake's head, and I'm going to start here next to the eye, just slightly above it, and we're going to curve out and then around, and then we're going to curve back. See how at the top of the head, kind of curving in, almost like you're going to make an oval shape for the head.
That's too big for
Yeah.
the circle.
There you go. Now let's draw the traditional Chinese hat, and we're going to draw it curving out from the side like this, and then we're going to curve over, and then we're going to curve back in. So we're making this really squished oval shape.
Okay, that's a bad.
I went back over it, just like that, smooth out some of the lines. Now let's go straight up from the middle of our snake's face, and we're going to draw a guide point.
I'm not done yet.
And we're going to add
I can pause it.
Open it up. Way too late. Not the face, but the hat. I'm going to squish. There.
All right. How are you doing, Alvin?
Look at what I made.
Looks good.
I'm making a hairy
Small,
spot.
but that's all right. Rain, how's yours? Yours looks good. I like his bigger. All right. Angelica's ready to go.
corner, or a sharp corner, sharp point right here in the middle.
There's my snaky.
For the traditional.
I like my snake, but though it's not really squishy.
And we can also draw a little ball at the top.
What is cute?
And let's also draw
Follow that.
a string connecting underneath our snake's chin. Yeah. There we go. There's our little snake. Now let's draw the body and also give him a little jacket. We're going to draw the body coming down. I'm going to draw it like this, 2 lines coming down from the chin. And then we can connect.
Second, can you pause it?
Yes, I think it's paused now. Just trying to pause it.
Yeah.
It wasn't working. It's very laggy, the video.
Yeah.
Connect those 2 lines together with a curve. And we're going to draw our snake quill.
All right, I'm trying to stop it again. How are you guys doing? Are you guys up to this point?
We're good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Build up. So let's also draw a coil coming around and connecting to the other side. Then let's draw another layer to the coil. I'm going to curve around and come back in over here. I love your drawing. Okay, then we're going to draw the tail sticking out to the side and curving up. And then we'll start at the top and we'll curve back down and get wider or further away. Okay, let's give our little snake a traditional jacket. We're going to draw a curving like this, or a diagonal line coming in and then curving down. Then we're going to draw another line matching that one. Then we're going to draw 2 diagonal lines connecting right here. And we did it! We finished drawing our snake, our Chinese New Year snake, and it looks...
I'm almost finished with
How
my
are you guys
2
do?
snake.
We have a couple more other things to add.
Mm,
I'm gonna jump past the coloring here.
It's cute.
So when you guys are ready, I'll walk you guys through to draw this lantern coming off
Oh,
of his hat.
I love. It's
So the
so
first thing
cute.
we're gonna do,
and
can you guys see my drawing over here?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna draw this line coming down,
I think I already know how to draw the lantern.
and then we're gonna draw this upside down or white rainbow. Then in the rainbow, we're gonna draw this little rectangle
I like
going
drawing.
around. And then you're just gonna draw a ball. It's kind of cut off on the top and bottom.
Oh man, I mixed it up.
It doesn't have to be perfect, ever. And then the same thing down here, we're gonna draw another rectangle. The bottom of our lantern. And we can draw some beads
I
hanging
didn't even
down.
follow your stuff. I just did it by myself.
That's all right. You
I'm just done.
draw a line down and another one.
Oh, I gotta fix my.
And if you want, over
Yeah.
here, we can draw a heart like it has in there. And we can draw some firecrackers too if you want. Let's draw firecrackers in the corner here. So I'm just gonna draw a box like this. There we go. And then next to the box, I'm gonna
Finished.
draw a box coming
Oh,
off,
no.
kind of like this. And then I'm gonna draw an oval in there. Kind of looks like that.
I love mine.
And then
I'm
just the
doing
line
a
coming
bunch
down.
of hearts. Heart, 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 heart. Box, box,
And then
heart,
boxes coming off of it.
heart,
And that's a
heart.
firework.
heart.
And then we can draw some other
And
fireworks.
Fireworks. Doot, 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 doot. One more.
And we
I
can draw
love
a line in the background here. Some mountains.
I'm just drawing fireworks, which is my favorite thing ever. And then
let's put an
heart.
envelope down here.
I'm putting tiny mountains.
With some money sticking out.
It's gonna be Cuckoo Mountain because I like doing that.
That's all right. You guys can add whatever you want. I was just drawing some stuff, so whatever you guys want. There's the red envelope gift that Ruby was bringing.
And then I'm going to do.
So you guys can keep working on these.
Box!
If you used a pencil, so Angelica, make sure to go back over with your Sharpie. Looks like everyone's using pencils. So when you guys are done with your drawing, make sure to go over them with the Sharpie. And then color them in. I think all of you guys found the place where to put the artwork last
Yes, I
week.
did.
So great job on that.
I'm giving it
we
to
also
one
have-
of my friends.
That's cool. We also have the sketchbook this week again, so I kind of went over that a bunch. So that's based off of your animal. You can color it like this if you want. You can color however you want. Remember, red is the traditional lucky color in China.
Yes.
So red would be recommended, but you don't have to do red. Let me see if I can find look this up for a second.
Ooh, I love
Yours
it.
are.
The little envelope is my favorite. And the heart. I like hearts too. It's very cute for some reason. And it's almost Valentine's Day, so.
Guess what? There's a Valentine's cereal.
Oh! What? There's a Valentine's Day.
There's a Valentine's Day cereal.
Where?
Like Walmart, like Mesa.
Mesa? I haven't been to Mesa.
Well, I live here. I'm in Mesa.
Well,
All right, I have the years up.
My
Well,
aunt
someone,
is
Angelica, what year were you born?
2017.
2017. All right. Let's see. I think you are 2015, 2016. You are a rooster or a chicken?
Yeah, I'm a rooster or a chicken.
Very cool. Alvin, what year? Do you know what year you were born?
Me?
Or Rain, what year were you born in? Unsure. That's all right. You can ask when you do the special work. Alvin, do you know what year you were born?
2016.
But my mom
2016?
said I'm a dog.
You're a dog, okay. And Alvin, you are a monkey.
What in the world?
Very cool. And this is actually a cool picture of some jade artwork. So they did a lot of sculpture with jade, which is a green stone, and they had a lot of those in Chinese. So.
I got a big chicken rooster.
All right, you guys finish coloring these up and upload them to the Dropbox in School's PLP when you're done coloring them. Also, really quick, so for typing, we are not going to have a typing lesson this week. I will see about having one next week, depending on how you guys do. So you guys, I think Angelica and Alvin, and I'm not sure about Rain, and no, Angelica and Alvin have already finished their assignment for typing for this week, which is the pre-keyboarding, which I'm sure they'll tell you is very easy. Just kind of goes over the parts of the computer, kind of like an introduction. And then also I have that. So Angelica and Alvin, I've already marked you as complete, I think. I'm not sure about Rain, if you have done that or not. And then also you're expected to do some practice. So the practice is in typing.com and it's the games. The game of the week this week is, I think it's a jumping game. You can do your practice with that game, or you can pick any of the games to practice with.
I did the jumping game and it took forever.
Well, it's for 5 minutes. So if you guys are expected to do 5 minutes a day, so I have on
I need
to jump on and do the game for 5 minutes every day.
Angelica, you know the keyboard ninja one?
The what?
The one that's the keyboard ninja?
The ninja?
Yeah, the monkey ninja.
Yeah, I tried that and I failed it.
Guess
I
what?
think you'd fail. It's just
I
practicing.
have all of them. I have all the slashers. I have all the slashers. Does the Nixo type count? Because I play that game and it's really fun. It's like you have 8 rays. If someone writes the sentence first, they win.
I do not
I
know how
play
to
that game and I have like a Porsche. I have a Porsche.
I do not like that game at all. It's very hard for me, but I'm not.
I always get
never
in
mind.
last place. I don't get why I always get in last place.
Me too. I always get last place because I'm not very good.
Is this for the typing game?
Yeah.
Well, that's why you practice. The more you practice, then the better you'll get at the games.
I have like 3 cars.
All right, well, you guys keep coloring. We are about done, so thank you guys for coming. We will definitely have our art Zoom again next week on next Tuesday, same time, 11:15.
Next Tuesday.
So I will see you guys next Tuesday. Do you guys have any questions about Chinese New Year's or anything before we go?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of your week. I can't wait to see your art.
But
I am going.
what's on your mind, Monkey Bot?
I'm not.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, I'm leaving.